Hello and welcome! Welcome to F1 23. I'm awful at this game actually. I'm on controller, I'm not on wheel because my wheel's dead. And that's sad. I am going to move my mic so it's a lot of rumbling until I get it into the position I need it to be. There we go. Oh, welcome back, Lo. We're gonna sweat this out a lot. It'll be on YouTube. That's edited, and I'll be streaming it live on Twitch because it's funny. So obviously we choose my team, but then we went for midfield challenger, which people aren't going to like. We've got a 16 race calendar. It consists of Bahrain, Australia, Baku, Imola, Spain, Canada, Austria, Silverstone, Spa, Zandvoort, Monza, Qatar, Mexico, Brazil, Vegas, and then Yas Marina. 90 AI, 35% race distance, and then that's our suit and our driver. Our team name is Resilience Motorsport. We went with the Atlantic sponsor, the Mercedes power unit, and then Liam Lawson as our teammate. This is what our entire team looks like for season 1. I think the pink and blue go very nice together, and it's also just kind of my channel branding with my profile picture and everything else.
New year, new drivers, new team.
Thank you,
Welcome,
Natalie.
and great to have you with us as we move far away from the paddock to the headquarters of the newest outfit on the Formula One grid. We've been granted exclusive access with an interview not just with the team owner or the star driver, but both. Because for the first time in modern F1 history, the team owner is behind the wheel themselves. Now is a great time to bring a new team into the sport.
Natalie, my PlayStation's about to blow up. I could not give a shit what you think about the new team.
2022 saw huge regulation changes, and it was Red Bull who came out on top in the development race. But
let's cover it up and then show one in the background.
This year could be a very different story. Let me tell you, this facility is an absolute hive of activity, and there is a palpable sense of excitement around the car they've built. Quietly, they truly believe they can challenge at the top, and they've had the time now to craft a hugely competitive race car. But theory is one thing, and taking on the brightest lights in motorsport is quite another.
Hey, it's messy.
So how does the owner of F1's 11th team feel as they prepare to be thrust into the limelight of the F1 circus? New driver lineups, Qatar returns, Las Vegas debuts, and the engineering race continues to push the sport and the drivers to new heights. What are they aiming for? Most excited about? Most nervous for? Well, soon we will meet them to find out. But first, let's take a look at the brand new car.
I'd love to just tell Natalie to piss off.
Well, hi. Thank you so much for having us. Great
It's
to
a
be
trim.
here. I'm going to start with the question that everyone is asking.
It is messy.
It's been a long time since we've seen a team owner drive their own car, and a lot's changed since then. The sport has really evolved. So how are you going to manage the responsibility of doing both roles?
This isn't just about me, Natalie.
And tell me about your teammate. They're clearly very excited to have signed with you. What do they bring to the team?
It's about finding the right fit.
So tell me about the work on the car. It's clearly a blank canvas. You've done a lot. What have you prioritised?
Sim data looks good, but we won't know until we get on track.
Now, there's no getting away from the fact that your competitors have a huge amount of Formula One experience. You are a total newcomer. Tell us where you see the opportunities to make those vital performance gains.
Is there a lot of complexity?
Now, ultimately, your success this season will be determined by whether you can take positions from other drivers. Where do you believe this car has the edge?
I'm just going to take the fan out of my PlayStation so it overheats and kills my family. F1 isn't just one race.
And with so many disciplines and experts working so closely together here at your HQ, who gets the coveted Teacher's Gold Star? Who are you most proud of as the first race edges ever closer?
I can't just say the whole team. Power terrain department.
Well, I could talk to you all day. Thank you so much for your time, but I better let you get back to work. There's plenty more still to do. All the very best.
I don't want to talk to you, Natalie.
F1 season.
All these chairs, why are they so small? We were also doing the activities too. We were just getting some early upgrades on as well as soon as we were there. That's what the R&D looks like. We are the 5th fastest car, obviously below some of the faster cars like Red Bull, Ferrari, Aston Martin, Mercedes. Like any normal person into the first race weekend, I just do quick practice because why the fuck would I want to do full practice? We get ready for our first flyer, and I get a decent turn 1. I didn't show it for some reason, and then I get a loose exit off turn 2. Then I do awful through turn 5 and 6, and then it's just a bad lap overall. And this is when I realised the AI difficulty might have been a bit too low, and I probably should have put it up to 95, which I end up doing after this race. Funnily enough, embarrassingly as well, actually, I don't make it to the line in time. I didn't make it to the line in time, so I didn't even get to do a second flyer, and I somehow got P8 and through to Q2 out of that. We are on an old set of softs, and I'm going to try and run on the old set of softs until Q3. Grid penalty for the Red Bull, unsafe release. We started the flyer, we had a good turn 1. We had a really good turn 2 and 3, actually. We were a bit off the line through turn 3. And then we done really well through 5 and 6. Well, I say really well. We done better through 5 and 6. And then we come on the run down through 8. Not as wide as I'd want to be, but we hit the apex. Get really loose on the exit, which isn't good. And we don't set a good lap. We set around a 132. We start our second flyer of Q2. We don't miss the line. Or we make it to the line in time this time. It was a really neat turn 1. This whole lap I just put my head down sharp and gone with it. Really neat through turn 4. As you know, as I came through turn 5 into 6 and 7, which I got perfect, or 5 and 6 even, and then through 7. And then 8, I got the apex right, and then I obviously, all the time, I slid through the exit, and then I improved by a second that lap actually, it was not a good lap for online standard. I was kind of shocked that we got to Q3 in our first race of the season, but hey, it's good. As we started our first flyer for Q3, it was a neat bit of turn 1. I actually ended up accidentally short shifting through 2 and 3 from a 2nd to 3rd, and then turn 5, 6 and 7 were alright again like they usually are. Turn 8, I think I nailed the apex, almost, and then I kind of got loose on the exit like I do every time. It was a better exit this time. And then round, I think that's 12, right? Yeah, it's 12. Through 13, then that got us P3. So as we start our second flyer of Q3, it wasn't a good lap anyway, because I ended up spinning through turn 11, which I kind of just cut straight to. I didn't decide to show the whole lap, which I mean I guess was better. It was a good exit out of turn 2, and then it was just a stupid mistake through at 11 to spin it. It was just I beached it on the curb and I span it. That means we will start P7 for the Sunday on the Grand Prix day, which is good.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round 1 of this year's Formula 1 World Championship. We go racing today around the 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have
front.
Perez, Hamilton, Russell, Sainz, Cox, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Ocon, Norris, Stroll, Joe, Albon, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Tsunoda, Liam Lawson.
What happened to Lawson?
Magnussen, De Vries.
Oh, you'd have guessed.
That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as once again we get another year of Formula 1 underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice. And they've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Feels like I'm playing on wheel and controller. That's great. I like how controller feels on this game. As we're lining up on the grid, I went for the one stop, obviously, because it's a 35%. So we're going to do hard mediums. I can't remember what our in lap was. I think it was 9, which is kind of stupid to only be on the hards for 9 laps, which is why I might put it on long next race. Almost hitting signs lining up on the grid though. As we get... What was the park? I was going to angle my car, but I ended up changing my mind at the last second. We got ready for the race start. It was Verstappen and Leclerc on front row, Verstappen on pole position, and then Leclerc in P2.
Keep an eye on the lights.
For the first time in our My Team career mode, it's Leclerc on pole, it's Verstappen in P2, it's lights out, and away we go. Verstappen got away well, Perez got away even better than Verstappen and Leclerc. And they're 3 abreast into turn 1, and that's me behind as I went. Tried to go down the inside of the Mercedes. I made up about 2 positions. Well, no, I made up 1 actually, as that's Lewis Hamilton and Carlos Sainz going wheel to wheel with Fernando Alonso through turn 3, and we get ahead of Fernando Alonso, and behind he's being challenged by the Alpine. Here's the race start from my point of view. I'm pretty sure it's pretty bad. I reacted very late. I'm pretty sure I was looking at the Ferrari when the lights went out, and I somehow got past Russell, and then I obviously activated my ERS as quick as I can. Now I had to look down the inside of Lewis Hamilton, but I ended up pulling out, and I was wheel to wheel with Fernando Alonso through 2 and 3. I managed to pull ahead on the entrance of 3, which was nice, and then behind he was being challenged by Pierre Gasly, is it? Yeah, by Pierre Gasly into turn 4. Probably calm now, because all these cars are a lot faster than 9. A bit of a calm down, don't push too hard. Through 5 and 6, I can't just try and pull away from Alonso behind. I know I'm not going to be able to, and he's a much faster car than me. Into turn 8, I was very late on the brakes. I actually almost hit the back of Lewis Hamilton then. We come in through 9 and 10. Really not anything happening. I brake early to obviously avoid contact, nail the apex. Well, actually, no, I was a bit too much on the apex. I'm going to try to keep up with Hamilton for as long as I can, but I don't think I'll be able to for too long. Oh, Hamilton getting a bit loose for 11.
That start was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you.
But it's Leclerc, Perez. I managed to keep up with Hamilton well, but I think that's just to do with the fact that maybe the AI difficulty was a bit too low, which was a bit of bad luck. There's a yellow flag through sector 3, and it was Max Verstappen going slowly, and he was out of the race already on lap 1. It didn't bring anything out. It was just a yellow flag. I'm gonna get away with it though. I don't know if I should have let me done that. As I slid out with the exit at turn 2, but Max Verstappen is out, and I got past Hamilton, and I got away with it. I didn't get any give him the position back or anything. As we started lap 3, Carlos Sainz and Perez going wheel to wheel into turn 1. They were side by side all the way down the pit straight. Still wheel to wheel through turn 1 actually. For P2, Sainz managed to pull ahead just a little bit, and then Perez kind of tried to come back at him through turn 2. He couldn't. He tried to stay with him through turn 3, which he managed to do. Got a very nice toe down the straight from Carlos Sainz. They were wheel to wheel into turn 4. Side by side, Sainz on the outside, Perez on the inside. I decided I wanted to capitalise from that fight, and actually I said thank you very much, and I tried to get past Carlos Sainz, and I managed to through 6, and then I was on the podium places through turn 7 and on lap 3, which it might have just been not a stroke, like it might have just been, yeah, a bit lucky, because I accidentally put the AI too low. I put them on 90 instead of 95, which I've realised that now, and they're on 95 for Australia in round 2, and almost going into the back of Perez through 10. I got DRS on Perez. I don't think I caught up to him on the straight. I was using ERS and DRS, and we were, I was gaining. I made an absolutely disgusting dive bomb into turn 11. I got ahead and into P2. As we came out of turn 13, Perez was going to get attacked by Lewis Hamilton, and Hamilton was in his slipstream. They were wheel to wheel down into turn 14. I mean, there's not much I can commentate over, so I wasn't looking back too much, but they were wheel to wheel still. It was Hamilton on the inside, Perez on the outside. And then, obviously, down the pit straight, Perez is going to fly past me with DRS, and there's not going to be much I'll be able to do. He flew past me. Obviously, I just made the mature choice, and I had a look down him. I had a look down his inside into turn 1, actually, but I made the mature choice and just kind of stayed out of that scrap. And then we had a massive snap of oversteer on the exit of 2 and 3 on 1, and then that just let Hamilton fly past us without DRS as well. No, well, I think he had DRS, but the game didn't open his rear wing, which is a visual glitch I've been noticing lately. Am I going to try and attack him into 5 and 6? No, I'm just kind of behind him through 7. This is all like a watch along for me as well, because I don't really remember what happened too much. As I went into the back of Hamilton as he locked up, I somehow didn't get any damage. It's on simulation, and I don't know how I didn't get any damage. But then I went to check the settings. Now I'm going to check, damn it, yeah, it's on. Hang on. So I went to check the settings. We were wheel to wheel through 9 and 10. Hamilton just managed to get the edge into me. We hit again. We made contact again. No, I'm going to have DRS down the straight. I'm going to be able to get past him with DRS and the super streak, because DRS is massively overpowered on this game. And into turn 11, I'm back ahead of Hamilton and back into the podium places. And then on the same lap, 2 corners later, Carlos Sainz and Lewis Hamilton took it free abreast with me into the penultimate corner. Sainz went down the inside, he pulled ahead of Hamilton, and we were wheel to wheel out of the exit of turn 14. No, I was behind Sainz, not before the detection zone though. So Sainz is going to get DRS, he's just going to fly past me, and so is Hamilton. And then Fernando Alonso wanted to challenge me to turn 1. I don't think he did. Sainz and Hamilton wheel to wheel in turn 1. Hamilton on the outside, Sainz on the inside. They nearly touched, I don't think they did. And then through turn 2, Hamilton came back at Sainz, and then he lost. He had a snap of oversteer on the exit of 2, and then I can get ahead of Hamilton from that. And then we also nearly take it free abreast again into 4. We do take it free abreast again into 4. Sainz is in the middle. I somehow pull a ray on the outside, and I got really lucky on the outside actually. And then on lap 5, or lap 6 actually, on the start of lap 6, Sainz just flew past me with DRS. There was nothing I could do. And yet again, it puts me out of the podium places. And am I going to try and get back at him on the exit of 3 with DRS? I actually looked at my strategy, and I lost a bit of traction on the exit of 3, and it's just kind of let Sainz run away with me. I'm going to have DRS, but I'm not going to gain too much. As we come through 9 and 10, why did I cut it? We had a yellow flag behind actually. It looked like an Alfa Romeo that went round, and I think it was Joe Granier, yeah. We ended up getting a red flag. So here's what happened to Joe. He was kind of just in the middle. There wasn't much that happened, and then he span, and then he just caused a bit of a car park, which is what brought out the red flag. We lost no one, and no one was out. It was just a massive car park, so they had to bring out the red flag, which I guess makes sense. So if we look at what happened here, there's a glitch that I didn't even see myself, but obviously something happened, because just watch. He probably span, and then he just stopped everyone behind him, which obviously caused a red flag to come out. There was a car park. So I'm on the mediums here. I go on the mediums, I confirm the race strategy, and then on the race start, I'm on the hards, and that ruined my race because I ended up having to box. And for the second time this race, it's 5 red lights. It's lights out, and away we go. Leclerc gets away well, Perez gets away well, Sainz gets away well. That looks like the Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton getting away well. We got away really good. And into turn 1, we were into P2 and ahead of Perez. We were wheel to wheel with Charles Leclerc. We were on the outside, he was on the inside. And then through turn 2, me on the inside, Leclerc on the outside. We end up pulling ahead through turn 3. And we're ahead of Charles Leclerc as he goes to get challenged by Sergio Perez. And then it cuts away for some reason, so thank you, game. So the race started from my point of view. I end up reacting a lot better this time, and it was a beautiful getaway for me to shoot past Sainz. I managed to shoot past Perez as well, up into P2. And then I was still on hards as well. The glitch, which is you can hear me a bit not happy in the background, but I was wheel to wheel with Leclerc through turn 1. I managed to pull ahead out of turn 2, which was beautiful. So we were up into the lead come lap 8 on the red flag restart, which was nice. And I don't think we're not going to be able to maintain it anyway, because we're going to have to pit to change to mediums, because we kind of got fucked over by the red flag. And we're going to have to pit because we'll get disqualified for not changing our tyre compound. So thank you, game, for fucking glitch. Alright, we done really well this race as well, so it's a lot of bad luck just because of the shitty glitch in the shitty game. Good game, I'm joking. But we come out, obviously, last. We're about 14 seconds behind K-Mag, which means I've got a lot of ground to make up, and because of the low AI, and I also got track limits running, and also because of the low AI, it shouldn't be too much of an issue to catch up, so I put him on 90. I did put him up to 95 after the race, which means come Australia, I probably won't even be getting to Q3, thankfully, and I'll actually have to fight for points instead of what happened this race at the start. For the next few laps, it was kind of just me driving mindlessly around, so I managed to set the fastest lap, which was nice. I gained a bit of time to K-Mag as well, so I'm gaining, and hopefully I will be able to fight for some points later on. Come lap 14, I could actually see cars, which was nice. So I was about 2 seconds within K-Mag, And then I guess they were fighting. Either that or, yeah, again, it's just a shit exit. Really let me get close. And I actually almost ended up hitting the back of Magnussen in turn 10. And I got DRS in the second DRS zone of the track. I'm in a slipstream, into turn 11. There's not much I could do to catch up with him other than just try to stay close, lose traction on the exit, off the line a little bit. I don't know why I was doing that. For some reason, I just decided I wanted to go off the line because it's funny. Catching K-Mag, we tried to sneak down the inside, which we shouldn't have done in turn 13, but we did anyway. We exceeded track limits, but we got away with it, and it is on strict. And now we're wheel to wheel with K-Mag into turn 14. K-Mag on the inside, we're on the outside. We touched. K-Mag locked up and we touched. And I got no damage from that. Again, I have really good luck with the amount of times I hit people and got no damage. So that's nice. Thank you for that game. As we come up through turn 12, we're really close to Sergeant now. Into turn 13, we take a nice, not a nice wide entry actually. We just took a really good entry. And we're right on the tail of that Williams Logan Sargent. Down into turn 14, I'm in his slipstream. I've dummy him to me going down the inside. I end up going around the outside. We nearly touch again through turn 14. We managed to not touch. Through turn 15, we're ahead of Logan Sargent. And we're going to have DRS because we were behind into the detection zone. He's not going to have DRS. But I don't know how he's gotten past me. And there's yellow flags ahead. Because I don't know what it is with Zhou Guan Yu this race. But he spanned twice. He has spanned twice in this race. I just spat everywhere. But he managed to spin twice in this race. And the late safety car might help us rescue some points. There's 3 laps to go. The safety car is in this lap, which means we'll have about 2 laps of racing, which is about to show my luck and how shit the AI are, where I managed to rescue points. And I don't know how, it was just the shit AI being on 90 instead of 95. They're up to 95 now, obviously. But I had an awful exit on the restart, and I was trying to chase the Vries all the way down the straight. I was using as much ERS as I could to stay close. Logan Sargent wanted to challenge me into turn 1. He couldn't. I was very late braking and I almost bummed the Vries into turn 1. Thankfully I didn't, because I did not want a prison case on me for illegally touching that man. But we were through, we were ahead. We made about 3 overtakes on accident and into P15. We were trying to chase Nico Hulkenberg all the way into turn 4. Lay on the brakes behind Hulkenberg, hit the apex. He's behind Sonoda. As we come up through 5. Into 6. I don't think I get past Hulkenberg on this lap. Through 7. Do I? Yeah, I do. I go down the inside of Nico Hulkenberg into turn 8. And now I'm ahead of Nico Hulkenberg and into P14. Yeah, again, it's just the AI being crap. It's got nothing to do with my car or me. It's just the fact that I put them on 90 and now they're on 95, which should hopefully make them better, I hope.
I'm taller than Yuki Tsunoda. There's a lot of people taller than Yuki Tsunoda.
I've got ERS. I'm in Yuki Tsunoda's slipstream down to turn 11. We got down the inside and we touch heavily. And I did not get damage from that somehow. And I have no idea how. Yeah, again, I don't know if it's the glitch with the red flag that I've experienced recently, where after a red flag it's pretty hard to get damage. And yet again, we've got another caution. I can't remember why. I think it was a... yeah, it's a... I can't see the livery. It was an Aston Martin going slowly, and it was Fernando Alonso out of the race because of another mechanical failure. It's the second mechanical failure that's happened this race. As I attack Lance Stroll into turn 1, I go down the inside. It's green through there, so I get away with it, and that's up into P11. We're 1 place out of the points now. This is a place where I've managed to catch a lot of cars out this race. I'm behind Valtteri Bottas into turn 7. I go wide, and I don't get a track limit somehow. And I go down the inside of Valtteri Bottas, and I'm up and into the points. So I've hopefully managed to rescue some points. Now I've just got to not fuck it up. So I didn't realise it was the last lap when I overtake Valtteri Bottas actually. So it was a last lap overtake to rescue a point. As we're behind Ocon and Albon, we come into 14, not 15. It's 15 where we just came through. And for the first time in our career mode, we got lucky. We rescued some points, so we're going to finish P10 in our first ever race. I did not look at the race results long enough to find out where the fuck Liam finished. I think it was like a P16. I just know he didn't score any points. Red Bull ended up winning the first race. I think it was Perez that won. Yeah, it was Perez that won. I think that's Sainz in P3, and then I think it was Leclerc in P2. So it was a double Ferrari podium, and then Perez ended up winning the first race of the season. So hopefully the Bahrain cars can strike, and maybe I can get some Ferrari hope, even if it's in the virtual world.
as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everybody at the team.
So in the end, Liam Lawson actually managed to finish P13, which I guess was a good race for him.
Thanks for stepping in.
So in the end, 90% of our upgrades ended up coming through. One failed, which is kind of depressing. But that is going to end episode 1 of our My Team career mode. We managed to score a point, which was great. If we didn't have a glitch, we could have scored multiple points, but stupid red flag glitch kept me on medium, so I had to, kept me on hard even, so I had to box for medium, so thank you, game. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you next time round for round 2 in Australia.